I'm here to go on record, man. I'm just gonna project his
What?
whole career right now.
Breaking news?
I'm gonna project his whole career right now, and I'm gonna say exactly why
Wow.
I think so.
Uh,
He's gonna be an all-star level player, and that's it. Yo, what up? I'm Jericho. This is Zap, and you are now witness to the six-time international award-winning duo, pop, hip-hop, we do it all, Bandit Future.
hey,
We make music that's fun for everyone to listen to with a sound that's uniquely California. And one day I'll get the other adjective that I need to use to describe our music. Anyways, you are
it's probably clean music. That's what I think.
Ooh, is it clean? How about
Yeah, it's
imagine
clean
that?
and fun.
It's clean and so fun and so clean. It doesn't have the same ring.
Hey.
But anyways, so you are now tuned into the Lifestyle Circus podcast. We talk about things that are interesting, that are funny, and things that are just plain ridiculous. So before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with at least 2 people that are into the NBA. Let's talk about it because
Steps.
I get back into it. Okay, so Wemby is a Spur, and he's doing all right. And the NBA execs have high hopes for him, right? Everyone's like, "Oh, he's going to be the next whatever."
Wait. Introduce him for people who aren't basketball fans.
Oh, it's where I'm going to talk. Well, I'm going to talk about him a little bit, but yeah. So Victor Wembanyama is a new basketball prospect. He just got drafted #1 overall. He's from France. He's like 7'3" to 7'5". No one can seem to really agree, but he's a lot taller than everyone when he stands next to him. So it's like he's just maybe they're trying to be modest, and I think there's a whole group of people that don't want to say how tall he is because of the curse. Everyone knows about the curse in basketball circles, where it's like if you're above a certain height, you're basically statistically doomed to failure because you're too tall, you're going to get hurt, and that's just the way it is. However, this kid's got more handles, more shot making for anyone that height. Maybe that Porzingis guy kind of is comparable, but this guy seems taller. He's also really skinny, and everyone's afraid that he's going to get pushed around a lot. And I'm here to go on record, man. I'm just gonna project his whole career right now.
Breaking news?
I'm gonna project his whole career right now, and I'm gonna say exactly why I think so. He's gonna be an all-star level player, and that's it. I'm gonna tell you why. Son, why you mad, son? I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, he's pretty unique, and for his his height, he's got good skills, and there's a couple of things that he that does pretty well to make people go, oh my god, he's like the future of the NBA. But I just don't think people pay attention to history. He's not the first guy like him, like that, and people seem to overlook that. So I'm gonna bring up 2 people specifically. One while ago, one pretty recently that just didn't. They have the same thing going on, the same skill set, the same whatever, and they got okay at best. So one for y'all who don't remember, Ralph Samson back in the 80s. I'm taking to the old school now. Ralph Samson was 7'4", I believe, super willowy, could jump pretty well for a guy that size, and he had it. He had handles. He could shoot from the outside. Outside shooting wasn't a big deal back then, like not as much anyway. So it's not like it was, if you were big, you had to stay in the paint. But he had it all. If you watch, there was a really famous video of him only an all-star. And I say that meaning compared to what they expect him to be, I think he's just going to be pretty good. So he's not doing a failure. He's not going to roll his ankle the first game. And
what are people expecting him to be?
They think he's going to be the next LeBron. They think they're putting that much pressure on him. He's the biggest prospect since LeBron or ever, really. They say the biggest prospect since ever. And I'm like, that's a lot of pressure for a kid.
Don't they say that about a lot of people?
Well, none of them seem to pan out, do they? LeBron did, of course, and that's kudos to him for being is he the best player of all time? We should talk about that later. Anyways, I know, man, just kind of bring it up. But for Wembanyama, they're saying he's going to be the best everything. And So Ralph Sampson, he had injury problems. Now the height thing does lend to injury because it's just physics, right? There's so much a constant gravity, plus you're going up and down, and with the advanced metrics and all this kind of stuff, the kids are playing more. So by the time that Wemby's in the NBA's first game, he'll probably have played a lot, like the equivalent of like some people's entire, basketball playing career. So that's against him. Every step he takes, every jump he does, he jumps pretty well for a big guy, but I've noticed something. He is already getting smart. He doesn't jump as high as he can every time because he's tall enough to just reach up and get stuff. Because I've watched him jump for real ones. It's like he's going to poke his eye out on the rim, so he's like, I'm not going to do that. So he kind of reaches up and just kind of throws down. But it's just his angles look kind of awkward. And then I think to compensate for the level of basketball, the speed, the physicality, he's going to force his body to do things that he isn't used to. So, of course, he's been killing kids that are 5'9" from the south side of France the whole time. But now he's up against, imagine Wembanyama actually like getting run into at Brook Lopez. What do you think is going to happen? He hasn't encountered that. So I just think that factor is going to be there. And then if you take a person more comparable, more recent, Bol, 7'2", handle.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good, but they have the same skill set.
That's another awkward looking dude. Just all arms and legs.
Yeah, for at least Wembanyama at least a little more, looks kind of smooth, but he also kind of looks like a custom player on like NBA 2K.
Yes. He does not look real at all.
I was watching one of his summer league games, and it's like he couldn't get low enough to protect the ball because he's got a pretty good handle. But even then, you gotta just account for how much distance the ball has to travel to go between his legs. So he's getting the ball picked a lot. And I think they shut him down for the summer league already. He played 2 games. And they shut him down like, lads, it's not. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I heard that was their original thing already.
Oh, sure, I don't know.
That's kind of a normal thing. They're not going to have their star players running all through summer league. They just want to see a couple of, game here and there.
It makes sense. And Scoot Henderson got hurt, the number 2 pick. He always got hurt in the summer league. So they want to avoid that. I get it. But it's just, man, I just don't see it. Now, if he defies all odds, but he'd have to, do like a Giannis Antetokounmpo like level physical transformation. And at least with Giannis, there's like, skinny buff where like you see he's skinny, but he looks like he can build. It looks like no matter what this guy does, he's going to be like Kevin Durant. Like just,
I mean, that's I guess Porzingis, but he does remind me more of Kevin Durant.
Right.
With just like extended arms and legs, just no other growth. It's just so weird.
It's just crazy, So I don't wish people. I'm just looking at the history of the sport and what he's presenting, and there's nothing new under the sun. So yeah, people like him have been around before, and what I do think that there's a few people that are coming out that are like 7'3", 7'4", specifically Zach. The center from Purdue right now, Zach Eli or something like that. He's like 7'3", 7'4", but he's like a tank. And I think people like him will, I guess this is a small other point, because of who won the NBA Finals with Jokic being the center, I think people are going to start thinking about trying to get someone kind of like that, a little more traditional. Of course, Jokic can still shoot from wherever and do all this kind of stuff, but someone a little more traditional. Jokic isn't crossing people over and doing spins and stuff. So maybe the direction of the NBA will shift a little bit. We'll kind of see how other teams bounce back. I mean, like the Warriors or someone came back and won again, then people are still going to be shooting jump shots. But all I'm saying is that for Wembanyama's game, I don't think he fully takes advantage of what he has over everybody. He's super tall, right? So that makes sense to get closer to the basket and just kind of do stuff that no one can get to, because even if you're shooting over everybody, I heard he shot 31% from 3, something like that. Like nothing crazy, because it doesn't matter. No one's going to contest him, but he's still way far away. So that's just my thought. I think all-star level is good. I'm hoping that he doesn't get hurt. I hope he has a nice career. I hope he eats a lot of crepes. I don't know what, whatever. Makes sales of all products French go up a little bit, but I just don't see him being a game changer, really.
So an all-star isn't a game changer?
No, Zach LaVine's an all-star. He's not a game changer. He's just pretty good.
So basically, you don't see him being like LeBron or Steph level.
I don't see him leading a team to a championship. He'd have to be number 2 and number 3 because I think the more people watch film on him, I think there's just certain things that he's going to do that are very easy to predict because he's just physically make a player in 2K, make him biggest pop and watch what happens. Everything's more exaggerated. Everything's slower. It's just, I saw Bo do a spin move that was pretty tight, but I don't see this guy being able to do it because it looks like his center of gravity is so, and it just doesn't have the same. At least Bobo got a good turn radius. The Lakers should get him. Anyways, think about it, Le GM.
Yeah. One thing I did, I don't know about his offense. I mean, I haven't watched a whole lot of him, but I did see a highlight of if there is ever a switch and he gets stuck on the 3-point line, it's a wrap. I saw some dude that I never even heard of just cross the mess out of him and put him on the floor.
Yeah.
So his legs is there's no way he can keep up with defensively if he has to leave the paint. That's gonna be rough.
Yeah, the athletes in the NBA are no joke. I mean, they're fast, they're physical, they're just everything. So just and then every rookie faces that rookie wall thing because they've never played 82 games. They've played 30, 35 in a season at most. So even if he's doing good in the first half, I think that he's skinny. All the physical is going to wear him down. And then that pressure, man. That first game, he came out kind of laid an egg. The shooting because he just looked kind of nervous. So if everyone's saying you're going to be the best and anything less than like what I'm saying, which is unfortunate, is that him being only an all-star is kind of like a failure. He's not going to be the next LeBron. He's not going to be even a Giannis or whoever. He's just going to be a pretty good guy. That's failure compared to what people think he's going to be. So prove me wrong, bro.
I see.
Sacré bleu or whatever y'all say. I don't speak French really, so.
I mean, apparently not.
Could you tell?
It was the French language committee or whatever you said those people were.
They get me, man.
They're shaking their head and
you at least pronounce the creperie better than I do.
La creperie.
It's got a little bit of that. So yeah. Good luck, Wemby.
Yeah. Good luck, Wemby. I don't believe in you. What is?
I'm gonna see you on the wrong end of a poster, bro. Anyways, yeah. Oh, he's got a bounty on him too. Everyone's like, let's dunk on the tall kid. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh well. My bet's on who would probably do it first?
Well, that's. Are you talking about the other draft picks?
Oh, as far as doing better than him? Or
what were you trying to think of?
I was trying to think of who's going to yam on him first.
Oh.
But everybody.
Chris Paul.
Maybe that John Collins kid. He's pretty nice in Atlanta. He got some ups. But the other guys don't look that good to me either. So I don't know. I feel like this is a weak draft, and it could be wrong.
Oh man, the Jericho has spoken.
Prove me wrong, young millionaires that I will never be. Who cares what I say? Y'all rich, so whatever.
But Jericho has spoken.
Yeah, this is the Life's a Circus podcast.
Yeah.
So make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with people that are from France.
so we can offend everybody in the entire country with our mispronunciations and our stereotypes.
I can say more, but I probably shouldn't. So
yeah. Well, you know what they say about the people from France?
Oh, what do they say?
If you upset them, they're gonna come and take your job. They're gonna come and take your job.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs.